perished in war. This service memorializes all victims in the world who lost their precious lives due to repeated warfare by human beings. Shinran Shoni states, may peace and tranquility prevail throughout the world, and may the Buddhist teaching spread. We resolve to further our anti-war movement in order to build a peaceful world without conflict through interchange and communication with the people of the world. It is through this hope that we reaffirm our resolution here that peace is the unity that reflects the principle of the Buddha Dharma. Let Amida Buddha's guiding light show us the path towards universal fellowship and the resolution to all suffering. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandas, namandas, namandas. So as you may or may not know, we are observing today a kind of special service, which we haven't really been doing here in this temple, but also in America here. And the reason is that this observance is done in Japan, and it's kind of not done at a typical time. But what we are observing is the memorial service for all who perished in war. I know I kind of stepped in the speaking there, and I couldn't really say it correctly. But this is done at what's called the Chidori fuchi National Memorial Park in Tokyo, Japan, right in the heart of Tokyo, Japan. Okay, this is the Chidori fuchi National Memorial Park, which is in the Chiyodaku area, which is right in the heart of the city. So right around this time, September 18th, that's when they do this memorial service. So this memorial service is to kind of memorialize all who died and perished from war. And it's for anybody who died in any war, okay? Whether you are a military person or a civilian, man or woman or a child in one country or another, okay? Any country in any war, all victims of all wars are memorialized and remembered in this service. And that's why I felt like it was a very important thing to do here in America as well, because it connects us not only with our Jodo Shinshu brothers and sisters in Japan, but it also kind of speaks to this higher kind of unity amongst all people, right? Regardless of what country you are part of, regardless of where you have come from. And so why do we do this? Because the world of the Ojodo or Amida Buddha's Pure Land does not distinguish between national borders, okay? It does not distinguish between what political side you're on, or man or woman or child, right? Old or young. In the Pure Land, all beings make it, okay? All beings make it. And this is reflected in the observance of this memorial service, okay? And that's why I think it has very good significance now. So why do this service now? Why here in America? Well, I believe we're in a time in our history where our world is suffering from a lot of hatred and a lot of anger. When we flip on the news, what do we see? We see people blaming people for things, right? I think we're getting caught up in this kind of mentality of us against them, and we are finger pointing at each other, right? And as a society, we're losing sight of this idea of teamwork, cooperation, unity, right? These kinds of things. And the ideal form of cooperation is peace, okay? Peace. But peace does not begin with the other side. It does not begin with the other person. It begins when we choose peace, okay? And when we make the first gesture, the first move, the first action of peace, the other side will follow our lead, right? And this isn't just true with the outside world. It's also true with our own hearts too. We have to think about what peace is. What does it mean? And how can I be peaceful? This is not an easy topic if you think about it, right? This is actually very hard to do in life, but nevertheless, it starts with me, okay? I'd like to read you a little story about what peace is. Perhaps this story can capture your attention better and maybe explain what peace is in a better way. So I'm gonna read this story that I've come across. It's called Peace is an Offering, okay? Hope everyone can see this. Peace is an Offering by Annette Lebox. Okay. Peace is an offering. Peace is an offering, a muffin or a peach. a birthday invitation, a trip to the beach. Peace is gratitude for simple things. Light through a leaf, a dragonfly's wings. A kiss on the cheek, raindrops and dew. A walk in the park, a bowl of hot stew. Peace is holding on to another. Peace is the words you say to a brother. Will you stay with me? Will you be my friend? Will you listen to my story till the very end? Will you wait when I'm slow? Will you calm my fears? Will you sing to the sun to dry my tears? Will you keep me company when I am all alone? Will you give me shelter when I've lost my home? You might find peace in a photograph or in the deep boom of a belly laugh. And even in the wake of tragedy, even then you might find her in the rubble of a fallen tower, in the sorrow of your darkest hour, in the hat of a hero, in the loss of a friend. Peace is a joining, not a pulling apart. It's the courage to bear a wounded heart. It's a safe place to live. It's the freedom from fear. It's a kiss or a hug when you've lost someone dear. So offer a cookie, walk away from a fight. Comfort a friend through the long, dark night. Sing a quiet song. Catch a falling star. May peace walk beside you wherever you are. Okay, so that is the story of Peace is an Offering, okay? So I hope you like that story. I really like the illustrations there. There you have it. As the book mentions, there are many different ways you can show peace, right? Peace is an offering that you give and that others give to you. You can do it in so many different ways. You can find it in so many different places. And the one part that I liked very much, it writes, and even in the wake of tragedy, right? Even then you might find her. And then it goes on to say, peace is a joining, not a pulling apart. I think there is real significance here. Sometimes things we don't want to happen, right? Sometimes there are tragedies that occur that show us how fragile life is and how things can change in an instant. One minute everything is fine, and in the next there's disaster, right? And that's the kind of world that we live in. But when these events settle down and we have the right guidance and the right teachers, we can learn to find peace in after even the most painful of situations. Why? Because true peace does not come from us. True peace we learn. True peace is the way this world is. And Buddhism is teaching us this truth about true peace. That is why we need Buddhism in our lives. Okay? So let us live in a way that follows along this truth. Like singing along to a beautiful song, we should try and live in a way that sings and dances along the melody of peace. With our Jodo Shinshu brothers and sisters in Japan, let us follow along in the tradition's teaching to find the peace that Shinran Shonin wanted all of us to encounter. And let us create a world that lives according to the way the world really is, peace, okay? And with that, I would like to end today's Dharma talk, okay? Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.